My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, frohe Ostern aus Deutschland, happy Easter from Germany. Miss Amber has posted a video, meaning that she has scheduled to have more filler content go up, and so here we are. Her latest is titled Weigh In, Trauma Made Me Fat. It's 10 minutes and 8 seconds long. And from the looks of it, not knowing what she's going to say in this video, you can tell her views are still not going up, and so she has to do weigh-ins or eat on camera in the attempt to make her views go back up. She's clickbaited everything during the last few videos, including her possibly having children, toilet paper, eating on camera, reacting to old mukbangs. She's pulling out all the stops and it's not working, and so we're gonna have to mention our weight, I guess, and so let's hear what she has to say this time.
Hey guys, so welcome to a new video. So I figured I want to start doing some random...
Oh wow, she looks rough. Not just the broken out skin, I'm looking at her eyes. They look so tired and defeated. Do you see that too?
Weigh-ins for you guys. I really want to do this for the people who enjoy this type of content, but it's mainly for me. It's very like diary form, but everyone is seeing it through video. You know?
Yeah, if you wanted to do it just for yourself, you could just record it and rewatch it on your laptop, right? But since you haven't figured out another way how to make a living, you're gonna have to show those videos to us.
No, I just want to document this part of my life. Like, how am I gonna document my weight loss surgery journey but not talk about the foods I'm eating or my weight? I think that's...
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you there. You've done this before. You've documented your weight loss journey, which ended up to be a weight gain journey. And you did talk about the foods you ate, but you lied about them and only told your audience portions of what you ate, or only partially. And when it came to talking about your weight, you were lying. And so I don't know where you're going with this, but go on.
Counterproductive, because that's like the whole...
It was counterproductive because it ruined your reputation and it ruined your relationship with your audience, and it shot your credibility all to hell.
Point is changing the way I eat so I can lose weight to save...
Okay, but you've been talking about changing the way you eat for years now, and you're obviously still gaining. And so this might just be my personal opinion, but you need to stop talking about weight loss and food and weight, because it's not doing you any good. You're not changing anything. You're all talk and no action, and you keep gaining. So what's the point, girl?
My life. So I want to share that with you guys. So I'm not going to have any like schedule. I'm not going to say, okay, I'm going to do a weigh-in once a week for you guys on this day. No.
Rolling her neck disgusts me to a point that I don't even have the words to describe.
I'm just going to throw them up for you guys anytime that I want to just like talk about how I'm doing, share my weight, whether it's a gain or a loss. So I like how
It's been only a gain, that's why you haven't mentioned it.
my past weigh-in videos would go, where I would talk about like how I'm doing, and then I would have you guys ask me some weight related questions. It really helps with like topic ideas because I don't want these videos to just be like, hi, today is my weight and I'm doing good. Bye. You know, I want to go a little bit more into things, into topics, talk about things. And who
That would be interesting if you didn't lie so much, but since you haven't been able to stop until the last video, I assume you still haven't been able to, you know, just go ahead and tell the truth.
better to ask than the audience watching me of what kinds of things do you want to know about my weight loss journey or things that I'm going through? So
Why the questions we ask and put them, I don't know, as voice messages, some of us probably do, you don't answer.
So we're definitely going to start with that. I went through a phase where I did 3 questions per video, then I did 5. I feel like that's a lot. It's a lot of like long-winded. So I think I'm just going to stick to 3. So here they are. So the first one is, does the people at your weight loss surgery clinic where you're getting your weight loss surgery done know about your YouTube channel? So yes, they do know about my YouTube channel. They have watched my videos. So it's just something that is out in the open. It's like a really big part of my life.
So there you go. So they, unless she's lying now, I'm only assuming she's not lying now, but if she is not lying now, they know about her YouTube channel. And so they know that she doesn't have a safe income. And anybody that knows their way around YouTube knows how to do social blade and how to find out what the tendency is of a channel. And so they're probably going to make extra sure that she puts down enough money to even be considered for this weight loss surgery. And this is only me assuming that she's not lying about the whole thing, which I think she is.
So yes, they do know. Second question is, will you continue therapy after the 12 required sessions? Yes, 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 yes. Big fat yes. So
Yeah, she said that before and lied about it.
I feel like therapy before the surgery is just like the beginning stages. You know, I'm just like tipping my toes in the lake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was wondering, unless that was a lie too, and it is becoming increasingly annoying to say this. But when she said that the psychologist recommended her for surgery and she was making such a big deal out of it, I was wondering how many minutes did he talk to her and did he even read the questionnaires to recommend her, because anybody that can see her would ask her more questions than somebody that like weighs 300 pounds or whatever, right? And as soon as you dig into her history, it becomes pretty apparent, and I hope she's going to talk about it later on in this video with, you know, clickbaiting in the title, Trauma Made Me Fat, that she's been she's been dealing with this problem for a while.
But then after surgery is when the real deal, like I'm not saying the therapy now isn't the real deal. You know what I mean? Things are going to be hard after surgery. I can't rely on food for comfort.
Wait a minute, so she thinks she only has to go through 12 therapy sessions and then gets surgery? I could say I have bad news for her, but I'm just gonna let things unfold.
Anymore. So it's like I'm gonna need therapy. I'm gonna need to talk about my feelings and what I'm going through. Instead of turning to food or wanting to turn to food, I'm gonna be like, yes, I have that therapy.
Wait, you dropped that habit quite a few weeks ago when you made that whole video about having healed your relationship with food, right? And only eating when you're hungry and sitting with discomfort. You're a damn liar. You should not be allowed on YouTube anymore.
The appointment this week. You know, I can't wait to talk to my therapist, blah, 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 blah. So yes, that's very, very important to me that I continue therapy before and after weight loss surgery. So for the last question, when did you first start turning to food for comfort? This started at a very, very, very young age. I have always been bigger than I was supposed to be, even as a toddler. I wasn't like massive as a toddler. I was a little cutie, okay? So here are some photos if you want to see. But I was, you know, a little chunky. I wasn't skinny by no means, but, you know, I had a few extra pounds. I had a few extra pounds going on. And I just remember so well, like, especially when I was like 7, people just telling me, oh, this is just baby weight, she's gonna be fine. You know, it's
No, that that is obese already.
it's something that stuck with me for a while. And then once I hit puberty, it was like, oh, don't worry, you know, once you hit puberty and now that you have, things are gonna start evening out and you're gonna lose weight and all this stuff. Nope, never happened. So I grew up with a hard childhood. I mean, it's
Most of us did, Amber. Stop riding that horse. Most of us did, and they don't use it as an excuse in the present time. We all work on ourselves. You must be the only one on the planet that keeps making excuses for doing anything productive with her life.
obvious. I was put into foster care. You know, you don't get put into foster care for nothing. I don't have trauma for nothing. Like, I went through a lot.
So did we, and we're not sitting here at 600 pounds giving excuses why we can't lose weight.
Things that I don't talk about, probably won't talk about on here. And I just always felt myself eating more than I should have, eating when it wasn't time to eat, eating when no one else was eating. I was eating adult portions at like a young age, you know, 8, 9 years old. And I never really understood why I was doing those things until I got a little bit older. You know, the first time that I ever processed, like, there's an issue here. I couldn't like process too hard because as a 10-year-old, like, what are you really gonna process, you know? It was when I did Girl Scouts and I ate a whole box of cookies in my closet. I was in an all-girls group home at the time, and I was supposed to give the Girl Scout cookies over to the person who bought them, but I was 10 years old, crying in my closet, eating all of them. It was actually like a cookie peanut butter brittle. I don't even remember exactly what it was called, but this was 22 years ago. Wow. You know, every day I forget how old I am until I start talking to you guys. It's weird. There's a lot of things that I forget in my past. A lot. So many memories blocked.
So many videos blocked that you posted where you talked about things that were not true. That's why you can't figure out why your audience is behaving the way they are.
And it's scary because it's like, what am I forgetting? But there are, you know, some things, some trauma that I do remember, of course. And I remember the way I felt eating those cookies. I remember why I was doing it. I missed my parents a lot. I remember I hadn't seen them in a while. I didn't know where my brother was. And because we were separated at that point, because I went to the group home, and I felt scared. I was terrified. And
See how she keeps affirming these stories into the viewfinder, even though she's not moving her position. See, when somebody moves around, of course, they're gonna check in the viewfinder if they're still in frame, but she's sitting there completely not moving except for bobbing her head. And she keeps checking in with herself in the viewfinder. It is so sad to watch. It's like she has to make sure that the expressions on her face match what she is saying.
And I felt like no one understood. I was lonely. And that's the only thing I knew to do. To like numb that feeling, those feelings and those thoughts was...
So we got ourselves another crying video. Okay.
to eat. So teaching myself to do that at such a young age, no matter what I did, I couldn't unlearn it, but now is my chance.
You are 32 years old, girl. 32. And you've been bullshitting thousands of people on the internet for 9 years. Now you're saying it's time to learn. Jesus Christ.
That's why I'm taking advantage of therapy, and I'm just so excited for it. I'm so freaking excited. You guys have no idea.
We do, because you've said these very exact same words before.
Okay, so now that we are done with the 3 questions, I do want to get into my weight. So there has been a lot of conspiracy that I am 600 pounds. This has been going on for over 6 years on my channel now.
Addressing the haters yet again. Nice. It's every video now. Every single video.
Always thinking I'm over 600 pounds. I've never been over 600 pounds. Still not 600 pounds. So there was a new scale that I bought that I started using. You guys actually saw that. And when I first got it, it was only like 2 to 3 pounds different from the scale that I was using before. It actually made me 2 to 3 pounds heavier, and I was totally fine with that. I was like, it's cool. Then there was like 2 weeks where I did not weigh myself at all. And I stepped on the scale and it said I was down like 30 pounds. I was like, I'm doing the damn thing.
Why are we listening to this BS story? She's been weighed at the weight loss surgery clinic, unless she's lying about that whole weight loss surgery arc, and so she should be up to date on her weight.
It was inaccurate. It was inaccurate. Unfortunately, that scale, it weighs Feline right on point. Right on point with our other scale too. So the whole time I thought I was a certain weight, but I wasn't.
I don't care, you keep lying anyway. Tell us the number that you want us to believe this time. Let's get it over with. Come on.
So I went to my trusty scale that I stopped using because of my ankle, but my ankle is completely healed, doesn't hurt ever.
Okay, but at the weight loss surgery clinic, they probably have one where you can sit down, right? So you know your weight.
It's totally fine. It's just the scale is a higher platform, and it does do this little thing because it's on this little, I'll have to show you guys in a video or something.
Which means she did not film herself weighing herself, so she's just throwing out a number willy-nilly.
The scale is actually meant for like car parts. I bought this years ago. It was super expensive, but it's the most accurate scale. It's never faltered, and I've had it for years, but it was hurting my ankle when I was getting on it, but it doesn't anymore, so I'm going back to that. So when I stepped on the scale and I saw that other scale was inaccurate, my heart dropped. I was ready.
See that doop in the light on her freaking face? We are now at 8 minutes 35 seconds and the whole video is only 10 minutes 8 seconds long. She is such a joke.
Very upset with myself. My dietitian does know my weight, and
you've known it for weeks.
She knows my accurate weight, which is the one that you're about to know. I'm very let down, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to be following my dietitian's rules, doing
I hope from today on, because you haven't so far, because look at yourself.
everything that she wants me to do, like food-wise. So I'm really excited for that to start showing up on the scale. But here's my weigh-in for today. I did take a picture for you guys, 523.6.
Absolutely not. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. This must be an old picture.
And it's sad because I did think I was back in the 400s, but
You should be ashamed of lying like this on the internet, Amber. I don't know what happened to your conscience, but it's either it's been damaged or it's not functional, but something is not going right in your head.
I am okay. I am so okay with
No, you're not okay. And you're not okay with your weight because you know exactly that the weight you are telling us right now is bullshit.
this. It kind of feels
And I don't know why. See, the reason why it bugs me so much is because she doesn't need to lie. She could sit there right now and say I'm 620 and everybody would say, well, yeah, well, we could see it coming. You've been gaining weight and it shows in every vlog that you post, right? But why lie again? Nobody's asking her to lie. And a friend of mine, some of you might see her in the comment section of almost every one of my videos. Her name is Tennille Milam, and she said something that totally made me think, because that is exactly what is going on with Amber. Now, bear with me. We were talking about why Amber is so mean and why she's lying so much and why she is focusing on the negative and on the haters rather than the supporters and the positive. And it is because she is that horrific of a human being. She wants to be a bitch. She's mad at life. She keeps bringing up what a rough childhood she's had, even though most of us out here have had a rough childhood. And I'm not saying it because I've had one, even though I've had one, but because I know that so many of us have had a rough childhood, right? And so she's mad at the world and she wants to pay the world back for not taking care of her, which she's been living on the YouTube dime for so long without doing anything productive with her life. But instead of being grateful for the opportunity and for how long it's been lasting, she is still bitter about life, and that's why she's overeating. When she's bored, when she's mad, when she's sad, she's overeating nonstop. It's because she cannot start respecting herself and her body. And so if she focused on the positive and on the supporters, she would have to be a nice person. But since her standard, her autopilot is being a bitch and being mean and not taking other people's feelings into consideration, she has to keep focusing on the haters. That really hit me when my friend made that comment. And I truly believe in that. All of a sudden it hit me because I cannot understand how somebody can sit there. She could have a brand new start on her channel every single day, and every other day we see her uploading a video where she just lies again. It's like she needs the drama, she needs the hate, she needs the negative feedback, she needs the backlash, and now she's lying about her weight. And just like I said at the beginning of this video, she's been doing everything to trigger people, to trigger the reaction channels about even old stuff she's bringing up now, because she's trying to get her views to go back up. And this is why she's doing that right now. There's absolutely no way she's 500 in the 520s. Absolutely no way. And nobody told her to lie. Nobody's holding a gun to her head. She wants to be this kind of biatch, and she wants to be dishonest.
It's like, I don't want to say a fresh start because this is not no phase one.
You have a fresh start every single day and you waive it. You consciously decide to keep going the way you have been.
I've been in phase one since what? Let me check the time now.
2014?
Okay, since December. Everyone's always like, oh my god, Amberlynn's in her phase one. Like, I have heard this in almost every single video since like December. You got
Okay, and that is even too short of a time window. I'm gonna tell you what, since about, let's say, the first video you uploaded on in November 2013, and you've done fun vlogs. I admit that for teenagers it's fun to watch, just not for people my age, right? And so you think that within the time frame of about 9 years, a girl like her, 9 years ago she was 23 years old, she would make progress, she would make changes, her personality would improve after what she's shown on her channel she's capable of doing. But none of that has happened. She's gained weight, her personality got worse, and the amount of lies she tells got worse, and she even pushed it to a degree where she started lying about suicide ideation and cancer. You know, for her it's all about the money. It's just about the money. I'm getting no authentic emotions across from her, coming across from her. Not a single one. And the way she looked in the beginning of this video, what you could see in her eyes, it's almost like a sadness, almost like she's defeated or whatever, is because she doesn't even want to sit here anymore. She just wants to pocket the money and not do anything for it. That is the biggest problem.
guys, I'm staying in this phase.
Yes, and you'll never change. We know that. You're just flapping your gums here for views, and nothing's ever gonna change.
Doing the damn thing. But yeah.
No, you are not. And I can't believe you're still thinking that it's okay to even say it.
It just feels nice to know like my real weight, and it kind of sucks.
You've known it for weeks and you're a goddamn liar. You've known it for weeks. Unless you're lying about the whole weight loss surgery arc too, which I could totally see possible. But she's known her weight. When she said she went to the clinic or when she got registered or whatever, that's when they weighed her. You know, what a bullshit artist.
Because I thought it was somewhere that I wasn't. and it's fine. You know, it doesn't change.
You always say that it's fine and that you gain more weight and you keep stringing the audience along, thinking that you're ever going to change, and you never do.
The work that I've done already.
You have done no work and you know it. And you can't even keep eye contact with us for longer than 2 seconds. Goddamn liar.
Or anything like that. Kind of just makes me want to push harder.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and start getting on a diet for real this time, for the first time in 9 years, and actually lose a significant amount of weight. Liar.
And do better. So I'm excited for that. So welcome to the weigh-in.
Duck face into the viewfinder because she's bullshitting.
Era. I know that I do weigh-ins and then I stop them and I do them and I stop them, but I think instead of like having that like fixed schedule, I'm just gonna do them randomly. So there won't be.
I don't even care anymore because I actually thought, and this is what gets people to continue watching, right? I actually thought after all these years, she would actually sit there and come out and give us the real weight. And again, the number makes no difference. It makes no difference. She could tell us 700, 600 or whatever. But after what she's told us before, either she lied before when she said she's 500 and then she made it up to 520, then I think she stopped telling us how much she weighs. But her being 523 now is bullshit. She's close to the weight or even has succeeded the weight that she had in 2019. And we can all see that, but she cannot because she suffers from her self-diagnosed body dysmorphia and also from some kind of mental disorder that makes it impossible for her to tell the truth.
Any like stopping and starting. Anyways, I'm rambling. I hope that you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Yeah. Holy smokes, she will just keep going. I swear to God, in 9 more years from now, if she's lucky enough to still be alive, she'll still be sitting there, of course, then at the weight of around 800, and she will still be bullshitting her audience. It is sad to see, but it's not a surprise. You know, nobody needs to be shocked or disappointed because that is what she does. She bullshits everybody, she manipulates them, and she lies like there's no tomorrow. And then it turns out she was only bullshitting because no actions ever follow. She's been talking about diets and losing weight for 9 years now. And look at her. Unbelievable. And again, every once in a while I have to mention that I cannot understand how YouTube lets this continue for this long. It is beyond me how they can, of course they're making money off of her, but now they're not making that much money anymore because look at her views. And so they could easily say, okay, so that girl's had her time. All she did was ever lie and talk about topics that maybe she shouldn't have talked about. Later on, it turns out her audience found out that she lied. You know, somebody actually checked into her channel. You know, I'm talking about a YouTube employee that contributes to deciding who is permitted on the platform and who is not. They should revise her channel and demonetize her instantly for the bullshit that she is spreading on this channel. I hope someday it'll happen, but until then, we probably have a few more vlogs coming our way. And so, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next one. I hope you're enjoying your Easter weekend. Bye.